Hey Yagaho, playing on Tabletop Simulator today in the Digimon card game, and this is part of Big Byte 4, a kind of recent tournament put on by Ray's Hard Mode Gaming and co-hosted by Nightmare, so thanks to those two for putting this tournament on. It was very much to look forward to in the community and was a blast to play in. So here in round 1 I am using an updated version of the Grand Scissors deck. As you may already know, GranKuwagamon is my favorite mega, so I decided to set out to build whatever the best GranKuwagamon focused deck was. So I have a 3-3 split of GranKuwagamon and the new Ophanimon, who is very cool, can attack the opponent's active Digimon if you have a green tamer in play, and also kind of has a built-in Lilymon effect where he rests any Digimon after he attacks. So we still got some Dimension Scissors, and the card that I have in this deck that I hated so much in Booster 1, I said it was the worst option card in the game, Potato Smasher. For a cost of 2, you reduce the cost of digivolving one of your green ultimates into Mega by 4 until the end of the turn, essentially saving you 2 memory on the evolution to GranKuwagamon and Ophanimon. And as you know, 4 Evo cost is kind of a problem there, as you can only get to set to 3 with Mimi. So anyway, we're starting it off here with a Tentomon into Kabuterimon, and this hand looks kind of okay. We got a couple of Mimis that I don't necessarily know when they're going to come down, but eventually they will. Currently no ultimate in the hand, so that's fine. We're going to stick him at 1, and he's going to get out a starter TK to put us at 1, as well as the new booster to Salamon, which when it's destroyed, it itself is destroyed. You recover 1 if you were already at 3 or if you were security, but he's going to go ahead and swing as we do top deck a Lilymon there, which is really nice. Does take the Salamon out, but does not get the recovery effect as he's still at 5 security. So I got a Lilymon out here and a Potato Smasher in hand, but unfortunately he's going to drop a Strike of the 7 stars and take the Lilymon out, which is a minus 10,000 DP, and all my Megas happen to have 11,000 DP, so that's actually pretty good that he went ahead and got that there. Of course I top deck one of the Megas now, which is Ophanimon, but oh well. Decided to, with this memory he's given me, I'm going to get the free evolution to Goburimon and then search for a champion with Palmon and with all of them. So yeah, I believe there's 1 Palmon in this deck, and it's mostly there for playing out with the Argomon level 5 effect, but eh. Got a Vegemon here. I could do a couple of things with it, but I think I'm just going to go a little bit wide here maybe. Or no, that's right, that was me paying for the Palmon. I gotta go ahead, actually not commit the Vegemon just yet. I'm gonna go ahead and put the Mimi down to stick him at 1, and he's going to just throw down the Petermon and a Tinkermon from hand with Petermon's effect when played. So go ahead and rush out the Goburimon here and get into Vegemon. This way I can get the 7,000 DP on the Vegemon with the Tenamon's effect, and I'm gonna go ahead and actually download with the Argomon. Download is an ability where if you rest one of your other Digimon, you can reduce the evolution cost by a certain amount. In this case, it reduces it to 0. And just like that, bada bing, we got the 3 cost evolution from Rookie into Mega, and that is what this deck is built to do. Gonna go ahead and swing at the Petermon to take it out, and did not have enough memory there to Dimension Scissor and take the other thing out. The Tinkermon's rested, but it's kind of irrelevant. Be able to hatch with Mimi, and unfortunately no Rookie to evolve and get that going on in the raising area for next turn, so thinking about maybe playing another Mimi, but decided to go ahead and just drop the Kabuterimon there to, I guess, go ahead and get that there. And we got both Dimension Scissor that are in the deck in the hand, so that's cool. I've also seen both my Potato Smasher, so that's a little bit crazy. And really I have nothing better to do than to play this Mimi, and if I can keep this Ophanimon on board, seems like I'll probably be able to, then we can hopefully start shooting some rookies out real quick. It's the, I believe that's the promo Gatomon, which has the inheritable effect where if you're at high enough security it gives plus 1,000 DP. Gonna go ahead and swing with it though, and reveals the GranKuwagamon, so that's gonna get taken out. So far been going pretty well. So this looks like it is not a Sean Greymon deck, based on some of the other cards that we've seen, and you can of course see from the from the banner spoilers it's not. It's more focused on recovering with Ophanimon and whatnot. Ophanimon will eventually come out and I'll tell you what it does then. But anyway, it's got a blocker on board now, and it's just going to throw down the starter Salamon for cost of 2, but of course I got Mimi to set me at the 3, so cool. I'm going to go ahead and get that evolution into Kabuterimon now, and finally remember to activate my stuff. It gets an Argomon, but I don't really want to download, so I'm going to go ahead and, or at least not yet. I'm going to go ahead and Dimension Scissor, which is fantastic with Rust Tyrannomon, as he's just able to swing at literally their entire board. So I'm just going to clear both those things off, and then also take a swing at security as well. Glorious Burst, which is kind of scary. It's a minus 12,000 DP thing. However, it does not have a security effect, so it just goes to the trash. So just pay the 3 cost for the Argomon, as I can't... I could... honestly, I probably should have downloaded there and potentially played a Mimi or something, but third Mimi seems like a bit of a stretch. It at least starves him at 1 fewer memory, so that seems still pretty fine. I don't think the Argomon was in... Let's see, well, he does have a Salamon waiting to raise out, I suppose. Or does he? That was no, that was last turn, was it? I forget. Anyway, he's just gonna drop a... I didn't quite see what that was, but it does look like it has an inheritable effect, so whatever. Probably a Salamon, starter Salamon with vanilla, and just into a Unimon. So we're gonna rush out some Goburymons, and I got some Evolution Chain up in the hand, so that's pretty good. I can go ahead and just destroy the blocker if I wanted to. Thinking about it, I think probably going to end up getting that Woodmon, I think. Maybe onto the Goburymon. It's a good question. I could just try to rush down. So I'm going to go ahead and take out his board first, and then attack with the Goburymon, runs into a Magna Angemon, and gets destroyed. I don't necessarily mind actually hard casting this Woodmon. I think that's what I'm here to do, and that looks like indeed what I am going to do. So yeah. Sticks him at 2. That's pretty good. And here comes the other Salamon here, and at this point I believe he is in fact at low enough security to where the Salamon will get him a recovery when it is destroyed. It is a 4 cost to play that Salamon, but it's a free evolution, so it's pretty alright. And that's actually the Niaramon there for the in training, which I believe is as long as the Digimon is rested, your security Digimon get an extra 1000 DP. Of course, he's got the starter TK right now, so security swings are a little bit scary, but they are pretty okay. So he's stuck at 2. He's just going to drop the Ophanimon there for 12. So Ophanimon is 11,000, the 12 cost to play out, and when it's destroyed, you put it at the top of your security. So it's kind of like you recover 1, but you get a very strong security Digimon that you know is on the top. So we're going to download with Argomon there to get it for free, and because I now have Tanamon's effect active on the Rust Tyrannomon, I can actually swing 12,000 into the Ophanimon, go ahead and take it out, and I think that's what I'm going to do, and go ahead and just put it on top of security. And now that I know there's a 13,000 DP thing on top of security, I would kind of like to swing something that's kind of weak at that, and I'm trying to decide if my Argomon is worthwhile to swing at it or not. Gonna go ahead and play out a Lilymon there since I have the memory to do so, and I think that is what I'm going to end up deciding to do, is to swing and go ahead and take that 11k, which is actually 13k because of the TK, off the board, and sacrifice my other Argomon to do so. Nothing else in this hand to play out, so for the 3rd time this game, I actually cast a Mimi, and I believe that's all 3 of my Mimis that I've drawn into and actually played, and I think that says more about he hasn't been able to get too much going on, and I just kind of haven't been aggressed to where this is actually still a fine play. So evolves a Petermon in the raising area, so no Tinkermon value right there. There's of course one in the trash. And here's another high cost ultimate. This deck, I swear, plays 14 rookies and 8 ultimates, but man, I sure do draw ultimates about equally as often as I draw those. So only 5,000 DP on the Tinkermon there, and 7,000 however on the Petermon from the TK. So the Lilymon survives, the Argomon does not. And man, this is just one of those times where I just hard cast a 8 cost Cherrymon. Doesn't feel good. Doesn't feel good. If I could just draw into rookies, I could machine gun rookies right now. I got 3 Mimis. That's insane. Digivolves to Angemon to recover 1 as he is below the 3 secure, or at or below the 3 security threshold. And that'll be pretty alright. Rust Tyrannomon is still going to be able to really control this board until he comes down with something that is, well, something that Rust Tyrannomon can't swing over, which with the Tanamon effect, able to temporarily boost myself up to 12,000 to swing over Ophanimons. That's pretty good. I believe we've got that's the Argomon effect right there. So gonna hard cast the Magnadramon. Magnadramon is very cool from Booster 2. If you play it and your security is 3 or less, you actually recover 2 for the cost of 11. So pretty rad. Gonna go ahead and Dimension Scissor and take out that Magnadramon to become active, which will allow me to rest the Angemon, but it's kind of irrelevant anyway, as I'll be able to also destroy that by attacking it with Ophanimon. And now that I've got a rookie finally, we finally start to draw into rookies, and now we can just machine gun stuff out there. There we go. He's still at 5 security. Oh man, after all those swings, but hopefully they can start finally coming out. And there's the 7 Heavens, which is going to end up taking out the Cherrymon with the minus 10k. The Ophanimon is still pretty fine to swing, and it would at least survive that. It would just mean that I would definitely not swing with it. So I gotta go ahead, I think, and toss out this Lilymon, and this is possibly going to end up being either a hard pass or a pass him a chunk of memory. I'm not sure which I'd rather prefer. Gets a free TK, so the Agumon actually survives. It's pretty awesome, as he's not going to be able to actually aggress any of my board, to be honest, despite having these kind of weak rookies online. And I just decided to go super wide here. It's probably worth to get down to the last card in my hand as a Potato Smasher, because we didn't quite draw rookies as well as I would have liked, but it's nonetheless turned out pretty okay here with all the insane amounts of recovery. The early Ophanimon for 3 memories, so good, was able to really contain that board in both Dimension Scissors. Wound up being super good. Board clears, letting Rusty swing 3 times. So good with Mimi, for sure, for sure. So he's thinking about if there's any way to bail out from this situation here. As I'm down to 2 security, however, he's got no way to really get any sort of a field presence, and I have 6 swings coming next turn. I have used all my Digi-Eggs, so I guess I can't really complain about, you know, not being able to shoot rookies out too much, as there was, you know, we did end up to eventually use all the eggs. So here I'm going to just drag on my deck again, just delete everything and get rid of it, which is generally the way I find fastest to reset the game on TTS, as opposed to like group it all up and then like try to find where your Digi-Eggs are and so forth, so on. I should also mention that on his side, he's just got the security all as 1 stack, whereas I've got it, you know, kind of fanned out there. I don't blame anyone for doing that. I tend to prefer to do it myself, especially in like games I'm not recording, but especially for yellow, where you're trying to check your security with a booster TK and whatnot. It just gets really annoying to have to fan it out potentially multiple times a game. So anyway, that's what the security count is for, right? Alright, so we get a booster to Salamon, and gonna go ahead and actually get that into a promo Gatomon. So a little too early to be using Salamon's effect. We got a pretty alright hand here. No ultimate, but that's fine. We got a bunch of Vegemons, and that's generally what I like to see. I got a Dimension Scissor, and this might just be a hard cast, either the Woodmon or the Vegemon. I'm going to go with the Woodmon first, as I do value getting the blocker on board. If my step would snap correctly, that'd be great. That Gatomon does have 5,000, no, 4,000? I believe that one has, I believe it's 4,000. I believe the vanilla is 5,000. That is the promo one. So it checks out I think it was a Magna Angemon with the booster TK, and again, that's why you just do that. And I'm going to go ahead and hard cast the Magna Angemon to, I believe that'll put him at 6 security and make me have to update the counter to a bit out of bounds. But anyway, we finagle the memory at some point, and yeah, that seems about right. 7 cost, I believe, for the Magna Angemon. Sounds right. Right, so I'm going to rush out the Vegemon, and here I'm kind of thinking on just potentially going aggro, and gonna go ahead and drop a Tentomon out, it looks like, and get a Vegemon on top of that, just to kind of churn through the deck a little bit more was the idea here, I think. I can actually rest and now swing over that Magna Angemon, and I think that's what I want to do, just to make sure that no cheap Megas can come down. With the Tanamon boost, I'll be able to get rid of it. 7,000 on the Vegemon, so that's really cool. Did I just Alright, so that was a misplay. I don't think it ends up to matter, but I'm pretty sure I should not have been able to swing with that Vegemon. So we'll see. I don't think it matters based on how much time is remaining in the video. As you can see, some not great stuff happens. But anyway, the Vegemon at least did end up to die, so there's that. Anyway, mistakes were made. My apologies to Twinsinner. But gets a bit of a board presence here with some, got a Petermon that was evolved, so no value on the Tinkermon. Get a evolution into the Vegemon there, and we're drawing some rookies this game. Feels pretty good. Haven't found a single ultimate yet, but maybe the rush of dudes will end up to be enough. Thinking about going ahead and just swinging while there's no TKs going on, so that's cool. Swings over, albeit barely, the guy there. No one to really rest with the Tentomon's effect. So got a couple of blockers here to really deter him from making swings and just kind of generally trying to build the board up kind of wide and hopefully go in for some swings. Hasn't been able to recover too much, just the Magna Angemon so far in this game, as we were able to limit the potential for a Mega with that Flower Cannon play. Gonna throw down a blocker of his own and see where we can go into from here. Still no ultimate, but both the Dimension Scissors. Of course. We can get that Agumon Digivolved into a Kabuterimon to keep churning through and get a little bit more power on it up from the 1000. Here's my 4th Vegemon. Alright. So it's a 6000 power on the Kabuterimon. Gonna go ahead and swing there to swing over the 3000 DP Salamon. I believe that is... Nope, that is actually swinging over it because of the Tanamon's effect. I did Digivolve the Kabuterimon in the battle area this turn, so that's pretty cool. I don't necessarily want to swing with the blockers, of course, so we're just going to hard cast a Digimon, set him at the perfect 3 for the booster TK anyway. And we're still sitting quite nice at 5 security, and he's down at 2, and we've got potentially 6 swings. The Woodmons costing 2 might make it only be 5 that can come in. So decides to evolve the Woodmon in the raising area as opposed to cast that on the field, which might end up to be fine. And he's just going to drop the Magnetramon, putting us at 10 memory. 10 memory. That sounds so weird to say, but it's true. And chunking up his security yet again. So again, see, I believe I forget to raise there. I sure did forget to raise, and I could have actually got an evolution off. Maybe that almost makes up for the goof with attacking with the thing too early. Maybe. Just gonna go ahead and toss guys at security, which may or may not be the best play, but looks like that is gonna end up being all right. And we're gonna take the game. So again, sorry about the attacking with the guy too quick. That was a mistake on my part, but I don't believe it ended up to matter. I think if anything, I'm not sure how the security counts exactly played out, but it may have actually let him recover earlier than he could have with the Magnetramon. Maybe? Maybe not. I think it would have been at 3 instead of 2. So I don't think it affected the game too much. It definitely didn't change who won. So anyway, gameplay error, my bad. But anyway, we're going to take the game at 2-0, and off to a pretty decent start. We'll see how we go for the rest of them, and later days.